TNA Slammiversary is this weekend, July 20th. I'm going to go down the card, make some predictions. Just a warning here, I don't really watch TNA, and I haven't really been keeping up with NXT too much, but I'm going to go based on some clips I've seen and some just other things I've been reading. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you're ready for Slammiversary on Sunday. First match I'm going through is Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell. I think Tessa Blanchard still got a lot of heat from her past comments, but they're trying to build her up. Indy Hartwell got released from WWE and now, signed with TNA. So I think they should probably build her up. So I'm going to have to pick Indy Hartwell. This match is a pre-show match. Jake something, Steve Macklin, Mance Warner versus the Fourth Rope, which apparently they come from MLW, I think. You got the real one, which is former Enzo Amore, Zilla Fatu, and Josh Bishop. I mean, I've always been a fan of Enzo Amore, and you got Fatu coming in. But since they're coming from a different company and this is the pre-show, I think you're going to have to go with the TNA group here with Jake something, Macklin, and Warner. And I think Macklin is the TNA International Champion, something like that. So yeah, I'm going to have to go with Team TNA here. Another pre-show match, which I don't know why this is on the pre-show, because you got the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics in WWE, and then you got the Elegance brand, which also has a former WWE superstar. And this is for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. I think you have to go with the Inspiration here. I think, since they're coming back, bring them back up, and I'd love to see them in NXT again, or even at WWE. I'm surprised they wasn't on Evolution. But yeah, going with the Inspiration. Another match here, you got the NXT Dark State, which is kind of a knockoff Shield, knockoff Retribution, versus the System and Matt Cardona. So Myers and Cardona getting back together again. I think they're going to go Dark State here because I think they're trying to build them up, and it kind of going to lead to the I think the ending of Slammiversary, or kind of tease for that. So yeah, I'm going to go with a Dark State match. I'm excited to see this one, the Hardys versus the Rascals versus Nemesis versus First Class. I think the Nemesis have the TNA Tag Team Championship. This is a ladder match, so you might see Jeff Hardy jump off some stuff. You probably will see the Rascals and maybe even Top Dollar attempt to jump over a top rope or two. This one's hard for me to choose, but I think I'm gonna go to Rascals here because I think they're fit for a ladder match, and they're a good team. And I really don't think the Hardys are gonna win this. I think this is gonna lead to them finally getting back to WWE to get their last run in. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Rascals. Hey, X Division Championship, you got Moose, which is the champion, versus Leon Slater. I've seen a lot of good things from Leon Slater. That last match I watched, was it about the Destination X type deal? Leon Slater jumped off, and I think pretty much landed on his head. Moose has been the champion for a long time here, so I'm gonna go Leon Slater just to change it up a little bit. And seems like I said, when I've seen him wrestle, it seems like he can do some stuff. So yeah, Slater. For title match, you got Masha, which is the TNA Knockouts Women's Champion, versus Jayne, which is the NXT Women's Champion. And this is a winner take all type match, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, title for title. So I think you got to go Masha here if it's winner take all, because Trick has the TNA World Championship and he's from WWE, so you got to let TNA have something here. So I'm going Masha. Cruiserweight flashback match here. You got the Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. Should be a fun match. I think Cedric just now came into TNA. Mustafa's been there for a little bit, so I'm gonna go Cedric Alexander just to get him a win under his belt. But this should be, like I said, a flashback to the 205 Live days. Should be, a fast-paced match and some flips and probably some technical stuff here. But yeah, I'm gonna go Cedric. AJ Styles has been confirmed to come back for Slammiversary. I'm guessing he's just gonna come out and talk, maybe be interrupted by somebody and set up a match in the future. But this should be like a flashback, him talking about, you know, all the stuff. Yeah, as you can see on the graphic, he's 6-time X Division champion, 5-time TNA World Champion. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to see AJ Styles back in a TNA ring again. And do we hear get ready to fly? And for the TNA World Championship, you got Mike Santana versus Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry. This is hard choice because I want Joe Hendry to win because I feel like they were pushing him, and I mean the crowd is behind him, but they kind of slowed his push down a little bit. But I could see him going to WWE, so him not taking the TNA Championship would kind of make sense. But from what I've been seeing of Mike Santana, he has the heart, man. He is the one the crowd is actually getting behind. But I'm going to have to go with Trick Williams to retain the TNA Championship because I think they're going to continue the story of like NXT taking over TNA type deal where their TNA's trying to get their championship back. And all the signs have been pointing as to Dark State, Trick Williams being the leader of Dark State. So I wouldn't be surprised if Dark State interferes here and helps Trick retain the TNA Championship. But yeah, in the future, I think his signs are pointing to Mike Santana eventually getting this TNA Championship and Joe Hendry going to WWE. So yeah, Trick Williams.